the sixth. But the Rockies get the go-ahead run of the Desmond RBI.
Well, the Rockies are leading 3-2 over the Dodgers on this Dacha update. It's the 23rd of May, 2018. Not much going on in the house yet because we're doing it a little differently this year. Instead of worrying about the house, inside of the house clean and all that, we're planting and tilling and cleaning and doing the outside stuff. I have a big fence project going on, and Olga is currently rototilling. That's the start of the 4 doors that are going to be placed on that cupboard. Make it look prettier. Speaking of cupboards, this large closet here is going to be replaced with a new custom built job courtesy of Ann and Rushdie. Now outside, the lawn needs mowing. That's on Olga's to-do list today, to start mowing the lawn. Meanwhile, she is tilling up a storm there in her herb garden. Hopefully she won't run over the cord. This is a piece of our old garden fence. I took it down to build a new one that'll be a little higher for Betty. Speaking of Betty, she comes out with us, but we have to keep her leashed up because she has a bad habit of running away. The bushes that Ann planted last year, Olga dug up and put them in these pots, and not too sure where she's going to put them. Ann's old flower garden out by the Banya is now here. Or most of it is here. Be quiet, boo-boo. Quiet, boo-boo. Quiet, boo-boo. She's so much fun. See, the old fence is gone. The new fence will look like this. It's about, I'd say a foot taller than the old one, going in American measurements. Flowers are up and blooming. It's a nice warm day, about 9:30 in the morning. These are carrots and beets. The beets are starting to come up. The carrots haven't started yet. Ann has been cleaning the strawberry patches, and I have been building things. These are strawberry towers. Each one of those little white boxes has strawberry plants in it. Olga saw that online and liked it. She also liked potato towers that we're going to try this year. The potatoes have been planted. The theory is when the plants grow, you keep putting dirt around them and they keep growing taller, making more tubers. You keep adding dirt and boards onto there until the leaves turn yellow in the fall and you have massive amounts of potatoes. Isn't that lovely? My project today is I got to do a little painting, and then I have to do some tilling. That over there is tilled and filled up with potatoes from the close by green stepping stones all the way to the fences. Potatoes. I got to rebuild the toilet, the outhouse this year. It's falling apart. This greenhouse has tomatoes and peppers, and going to get some cucumbers in here. I got to build a trellis for that here pretty soon. There are jalapenos in here too, and Olga had this thing that she heard somewhere, and Russians all swear up and down you can't put hot peppers in the same area with sweet peppers, or the sweet peppers and the tomatoes will all be bitter. And Olga mixed them in there because I'd never heard of such a thing. If you've heard of such a thing, let me know. There's also eggplant in this greenhouse. This greenhouse has problems. In bad wind, the roof flies off. That's why it's all taped down. Olga is visiting with our good neighbor Rosa, who lost her husband here a few weeks ago, so it's sad. This rose garden of Olga's and the rose garden of Olga and Ann's has a nice pretty new fence, and Olga loves her new fence. There's another panel for the new fence. All of the old fence will be put along the front of the property on the other side of the chain link fence to help keep Betty inside, so we don't have to keep putting her on a leash. Let her run free. So I have a production line going on over here. I've made, what is it, 5 or 6 panels so far. Here's the old fence, and those will all be painted and used over. Here are 2 new panels in the process of being painted. This seems to be at work pretty good for me for a painting area. There's 4 fence posts ready to go. Maybe I'll put those fence panels up today. I don't know. Betty likes to eat grass. More pretty flowers. Ann's flower bed that used to be over there is now over here. We had to put in a lot of fill because it was low, and last year with all the extra water it was growing mold and moss and everything else. Currently there are beets and carrots in there. I love the daffodils. They were transplanted from near the fence, and they seem to do okay. Ann and Olga like to dig things up and move them around every spring, mainly because furniture's hard to do. Bumper crop of dandelions. One of the things that didn't make it through the winter was the only apple tree that ever gave us an apple. And I'm not too sure what happened to the poor thing. I think a rabbit came in and kind of got it, but that's all that's left of it. We're thinking about getting another large water storage tank for the simple fact that this year they're saying it might be a drought because we had so little, very little amount of snow this fall. But we're going to supposedly have a whole bunch of rain starting Thursday night. Another thing that Olga did was she got herself one of these hang it upside down tomato pots. So there's a tomato pot, and seems to be doing okay. The tomato plant seems to be doing fairly well considering all of the pain it went through when we put it up there. Well, I gotta paint things, and Betty has to be cute. Oh, she's so cute. I'll fix your fence, Betty, so you can play, especially when Oscar comes out. Okay, well, I'm going to go back to the ball game. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again in another month on Dirk's Dacha Update from good old Volkovo, Bashkortostan, Russia. Goodbye.